When you talk about hip-hop royalty, there are two names that always come up, and I'm talking about Queen Latifah and MC Lyte. Both came up in the late 80s and early 90s, kicking down doors for women in rap, but with two women dominating the same space. You all know how the industry and fans can be, right? I mean, there was talk back in the day about how Latifah tried to get MC Lyte out of the gang. But could the Queen really have secretly played a role in destroying MC Lyte's career? Apparently, some people suspect power moves were made behind the scenes to sabotage MC Lyte and to add fuel to the gossip fire. There have long been rumors, unconfirmed of course, that Latifah and Lyte were more than just friends in the early days. So, did a personal fallout explain why they never collaborated as much as people expected? Child, that's exactly what we are going to try and figure out. So, like I said, MC Lyte and Queen Latifah came up in same era and carried the same mission, which was to carve out space for women in a male-dominated hip-hop world. And I have to admit that they did a pretty good job at it. For starters, MC Lyte's career is nothing short of legendary, as she became the first solo female rapper to release a full album with her 1988 debut. Lyte is a rock breaking ground for every woman who came after. Then over the years, she's racked up a string of hits like Cha-Cha-Cha, Paper Thin, and Rough Neck, the latter earning her the distinction of being the first female solo rapper ever nominated for a Grammy. Beyond music, her voice has also become iconic in television and radio, and she's collected honors like Bet's I'm Hip Hop Lifetime Achievement Award and the VH1 Hip Hop Honors. On the other hand, Queen Latifah is arguably one of the most talented people from her generation. I mean, she is a recipient of a Grammy Award from 6 nominations, a Golden Globe Award, 2 Screen Actors Guild Awards from 5 nominations, 20 Image Awards from 13 nominations, and 1 Primetime Emmy Award from 3 nominations, and an Academy Award nomination. In 2021, she also received the BET Lifetime Achievement Award and was the first rapper, female or male, to be so awarded. And in 2023, she also became the first female rapper to be a Kennedy Center honor. But then, as much as these two women did a remarkable job paving the way for other female hip-hop artists, there has always been talk of a feud behind the scenes that mostly stemmed from people pitting them against each other. Well, let's just say that it didn't help that they were both commanding voices. Latifah with her conscious style and MC Lyte with her razor-sharp delivery and every award nomination. Every chart success and every magazine cover sparked little pockets of debate about who was better than the other. Like, is Lyte the lyricist and Latifah the face? Is Latifah leading the feminist anthems? Is Lyte the true pioneer? Guys, that can stand comparison fed into an unspoken narrative that there had to be some tension brewing. To make matters worse, MC Lyte was not even in Queen Latifah's theme, Ladies First, which included top male artists at the time. The thingus MC Lyte turned down the chance to on Queen Latifah's iconic 1989 anthem, and some took that as evidence of ascendant rift at the time. I mean, Ladies First became a defining moment for women in rap, and Lyte's absence felt conspicuous to those looking for drama, but when asked about the collaboration, MC Lyte just said that she regretted not being a part of the project, but she loved the unity the women showed when they came together, explaining that unity was something she had always valued. She also added that it was historical because she believed it was the first time she had seen women collaborate on a rap song and truly deliver. Basically, it had nothing to do with her not being invited by Latifah. Actually, Latifah once opened up about Ladies First video in Interview magazine, saying she invited all female rappers to participate, and she invited MC Lyte too. But Lyte had to help her mother move that day. So, hey, and guess what? As much as people would love to say that there was beef between Lyte and Latifah, and that it may have affected the trajectory of Lyte's career, if you ask her, she will tell you that there was a bigger devil in play. Record labels. See, during an interview on The Breakfast Club, Lyte said that her earnings from her music came from touring, and she was able to do most of her things from touring. In her words, when I started touring is when I started making money, and then I get a house. And then without budgeting or anything, by the time I furnished the house, I had nothing to cover my windows with. And so, I had to put sheets up in the window and have my manager stop by and be okay with that scene, and it wasn't until I went out on the road the next time that I could finish the house. There's so much more money being made in this business, and I can only hope they youngins are doing the right thing with it, because there are ES and flows. In the same interview is also where she talked about how despite selling more than 1 million records, she admitted to not receiving enough compensation for publishing royalties. Did you get any money from cause you sold millions of records? Did you get any off-hat publishing royalties any back then? Slightly, but nothing like youk no I should have. Yeah, I mean, this is a treacherous game. And what's interesting is on the internet now, it's like every nook and cranny you can see truth being told, which is really truth. Well, yeah, you got some people that are just like, look, this is how the record deal works. Oh, got you. You know, which I think is really admirable of those people to kind of speak their truth. So, if you ask me again, I wouldn't say it has anything to do with Queen Latifah. Actually, MC Lyte has openly said they've always had transparency and trust, so much so that they could talk about anything without fear of a misunderstanding. Lyte even called Latifah her sister, the Queen, adding that Queen Latifah has single-handedly changed the way every female MC looks at their business and changed the way the world views female MCs and their business potential. She also reflected on their early connection in an interview with Essence and said that Latifah stood out from the start. In her words, right from the start, we were inseparable. She had this vibrancy. Artistically, Latifah was free. So much off that is because of her mother. Her mother gave her wings to fly. On the other hand, during her Bet Life at a Meechavit Award acceptance speech, Queen Latifah gave a nod to her hip-hop sisters and thanked her sisters in the name of rap, Little Kim, MC Lyte, Mooney Love, and Rap City for their tribute performance celebrating her legacy. Remember, Queen Latifah is also Somianuho has opened up a few times about how she has experienced sexism and discrimination because of the color of her skin throughout her life, which is amazing that MC Lyte has also faced in the industry. She also told Entertainment Tonight that she had been judged for her body, causing her to frequently think about her weight. In fact, when Queen Latifah embarked on her acting career, she was told to lose weight for roles due to Hollywood's arguably unrealistic body standards. And she said, I can remember specifically living single and the word came down that we needed to lose weight. I found a thing, it angered me and disheartened me, but it really angered me. I said, we are what women look like. We are not going to lose weight for whoever's idea of what we're supposed to look like. In addition, when Latifah started out in the music industry, she feared she would not make it in the creative industry as due to the size of her body. She even said this about the beauty standards that had already been set in the industry. I watched this idea of what beauty was supposed to be. Size 2 blue-eyed. That was being pushed one very own as I was growing up. I thought that was the bar. I was never going to meet. Can I move into Hollywood in a way I would like to and accomplish what I would like to in this business being me? It was about finding people who understood that was the vision. She also talked about how she encountered struggles, adding, of course there was pushback. People are stuck in their mindsets. It's not just actors. It's producers, people at the studios, people who have gone through their own weight loss journeys, who've heard different messes within their own homes. So, they're putting that out to other people and they're creating the media and imagery we see. Basically, both women have had to overcome the same barriers in the industry to create a space not just for themselves, but for other female artists. And based on what they have both said, they did it as sisters. Well, the other thing people have said over the years is that Queen Latifah and MC Lyte possibly had a romantic relations which possibly affected the trajectory of Lyte's career. Now, with Queen Latifah, her sexuality has always come into question through her on-screen performances. For instance, in one of her films, 1996's Set It Off, she takes in a more masculine role, and Latifah's character can be described as a lesbian bank robber, which highlighted her sexuality. Honey, she was so successful while playing this masculine role that rumors about her sexuality started to spread. Well, in the early stages of her career, Latifah chose not to address the rumors regarding her sexuality, letting the public categorize her in their own way. But this was so controversial that people still talk about it, and it also affected how people viewed her. As far as Lyte is concerned and whether she ever had anything going on with Latifah in her 2024 interview on The Breakfast Club, MC Lyte emphasized, How their friendship is built on transparency and trust, saying they take care of each other to avoid misunderstandings and even addressed rumors of them banging together each other.